Welcome back to the Real Estate Huddle, and today we're going to talk about Golden, Colorado, the pros and cons of Golden. This is one of the prettiest and coolest, most mentioned cities, I would say, in the Denver metro area. One of the suburbs of Denver, and pretty close in proximity. So we're going to tell you today a few things that we love about Golden that are pros, not just from us, but I think in general, like if you've had experience in the area, people would say this. And then some things that may be cons for some. And some of these, like, you can't really find online, right? It's just like experience from living there, from visiting, kind of knowing the lay of the land, stuff like that we'll share with you. So let's get it started. What are some pros of Golden, you guys?
But it's close to the mountains, I would say, right? It's right in the middle of the mountains in the city. So if you want to go skiing, go hiking during the summer, it's a short drive, from Breckenridge, Vail, all those areas. But then also, if you want to go in and, enjoy a date night or something like that, something fun in the city, you're not that far away.
Totally.
You're right in the middle.
Yeah, and it's convenient to hop on I-70 right there when you're going up skiing. A lot of people do winter sports, stuff like that in the area. I think they have a great downtown. It's like a little bit more of a small town kind of feel, but super walkable. There's a lot of like family owned like restaurants. There's stuff to do. So it's a cool little downtown area that you have there as well, so you don't have to leave if you want to do something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
And awesome for outdoor enthusiasts. So, there's a lot of like hiking there. There's a lot of bike trails. It's a very dog-friendly community. So if you love your dogs and you want to bring your dogs everywhere, it's great for that.
Yeah.
And there's some good rock climbing there also. Good tubing.
I've heard
biking.
the tubing is, a little more hardcore. It's not a lazy river. That's what I was told.
There's river tubing and there's like snow tubing. If you're not from Colorado, we do both.
Yeah, the river tubing's fun, and they have a couple like companies that will haul the rafts up for you, and like they sell like the rafts you can buy or rent there. It's like $20, either way, pretty much. But if you don't want to like carry one home, you can just rent it for the day. But it's so fun. You can go up, walk up Clear Creek, and then it's about, I don't know, depending on the flow rate of the water that day, it can be like a 20 to 40 minute ride down the river. And it's so much fun. And then at the end of it is right where the Coors Brewing Company is. And so you get to see like all the Coors campus and stuff as you're floating. And you want to get out there because otherwise it drops off into a dam, like a waterfall. So it would not be a good idea to stay on. But that's a good time. We've done that with the kids a few times, and like extended family, like just go to Golden and go river tubing. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
If you want to live like a local, you can get a cheap tube at Walmart that may or may not pop halfway down. And then if it does survive, you can keep it in your garage for a long time and it gathers dust. And you're like, I'm going to use that again.
Oh,
That's exactly what all the locals do.
I've seen a lot of like tire tubes out there that don't have a lot of air in them, and you can rough your backside up, man. Like the rocks on the bottom, depending on how high the water is, like you can definitely get roughed up by the rocks in there. So it's worth its weight in gold to have a good tube for sure.
Yeah, have a bottom on your tube if you can.
Yes.
The pool, the ones that are meant for pools with a hole in the middle, they're exposing you
Not
to
great.
danger.
The rubber ducky on the side, not good. I just love how it's like the wild, wild west. Like the Washington Ave, when you're walking up, you see like the arch that's a sign that goes across the whole street that says "Welcome to Golden" in yellow.
That's the one
letters.
everyone thinks of. That knows of.
And that's like there's the style. It's kind of a southwestern style, and like you've got like Table Mountain Grill and Cantina there. That's like really, really wild, wild west looking. And there's some cool scenery there too. Like you get past Washington Ave, and the Clear Creek River is just gorgeous, and it goes up the mountain all the way to like a national park, and then you've got the like looking down on the city and like county building. I feel like kind of looks like the Taj Mahal a little bit. It's kind of a cool building. And then you see Colorado School of Mines down there, and like the whole, it's kind of like a bowl where Golden sits, like the city. And it's beautiful driving into it with the mountain backdrop and then the city on the other side, like looking east, you see Denver. So it's, I don't know, you can't beat the scenery in my opinion.
I agree.
And they have like rafting also. So you can go like whitewater rafting, and then on the rocks you can go rock climbing up there. So that's cool. Just a big community
A lot of outdoor
area.
activities.
If
Yeah.
you're lucky, you can see Bigfoot.
He's right there.
I would say one con is affordability. I think, the average price of a home in Golden is much higher than in South Denver that we tend to see.
Totally. Yeah. Pricing's higher. Definitely. I mean, I remember when I first started in real estate, like back in 2008 or 9, and I sold a $440,000 townhouse. And I thought it was just like outrageous. Like it was crazy pricing. Now that thing would sell for like 900 probably. But like, yeah, it's definitely a higher price point for sure.
Yeah. And I think even though it's close to the mountains and it's close to the city, kind of like what Kim was saying, if depending on where you work, we kind of mentioned that Golden is kind of a smaller town. So if you want to own a mom and pop shop, that's great. If you kind of want to be closer to the Denver Tech Center area or the Denver area for your job, it may be a bit of a commute for you. So just kind of depending on how you feel about that. But if you work from home, not a problem.
No.
Yeah, and piggybacking like on the commute, I think if you're moving to Denver, one of the cons, definitely get used to having a lot more snow than you're used to. You can have 1-2 feet of snow and it'll melt in the next couple of days. So driving, definitely be prepared for some more intense winters than maybe where you're from. As well as like commuting, there are a lot of roundabouts in Golden. If you like roundabouts, that's great. If you don't like them, you might be frustrated trying to get around Golden.
Yeah. Well, I have a European wife, so she loves roundabouts. It's her favorite place. She always asks to go there, so that's probably why. It's because she loves those roundabouts.
And you were talking about one of your favorite restaurants.
Oh, Sherpa House. Yeah, Sherpa House. It's Nepalese food. It's so good.
Nice.
Delicious food. Go there if you can.
They
even
have-
if you don't live in Golden.
They have a bunch of outdoor dog-friendly restaurants in Golden too. They have a bunch of festivals in Golden. One of them is the Golden in Golden, where they have golden retrievers. And they have hundreds of dogs there, and they have freebies, a bunch of food vendors. It's actually a really fun time.
That's
But they
awesome.
also do arts, art festivals, a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I think with it being a little bit smaller of a community, they have like kind of more community events. Things
have a
like
ton,
that.
yeah.
And they have a like really big brewery culture. If you're into beer, you can probably walk to a brewery from literally anywhere in Golden. They have a pretty highly acclaimed gluten-free brewery, if that's something that you're looking for. So there's definitely a lot of stuff to do, and a lot of like outdoor like beer gardens, patios, stuff like that is definitely common there.
Oh, funny story about Golden. Our kids saw the night in the museum where like all the statues come to life, Ben Stiller movie, and there's a ton of statues, like random statues of like horsemen and like different things there in Golden, like in the park right above the river. And so we told them when they were little kids, when they were like 7, 5, and 3, that like all the statues come to life at night. And so that's why we're like, we gotta get out of here. It's getting dark. Statues are gonna come to life, and they were like totally bought it. Like our kids were all in on that idea. It was so funny. But like one thing they loved was that there's a little like spiral slide that goes down from the playground on top, and it goes down to the riverbank. And so when the water's like high enough, it's like almost right there by the bottom of the slide. So it's really like a fun place for kids to play and stuff. And just got to keep an eye on them because that river does flow quickly sometimes during the year.
Yeah.
And it is more expensive. I'd say I agree that's probably the biggest con of Golden. But it was built older, so they have bigger lot sizes. So with that, you typically are going to get more land, a little bit more space away from the neighbors. So if you don't like kind of cramped neighborhoods with smaller lots, Golden definitely has a lot of areas that might fit what you're looking for.
For sure. Yeah. One other con that like if you're interested in moving to Golden, Colorado, or like you have a desire to buy a home here, you should know that from a real estate standpoint, there's expansive soils in different parts of the Denver metro area. It's all throughout, but there's a lot higher rate of them when you're close to the mountains. And we call that mountain range like the hogback because it looks like a hog's back. But like that is like your gateway to the Rockies, basically, the Rocky Mountains. And right around there is where you'll get a higher rate of bentonite, which is like the most popular expansive soil, and it can just cause movement. That soil can expand and then cause homes to move a little bit and tilt and stuff like that. And so most homes in Golden are not affected. They have or very little impact as far as that goes, but there are some because bentonite runs in streaks where it's more affected, and you have homes that have unfortunately moved like 7 inches from one side to the other, and it's like vertigo, walking around in houses like that. So it's not just Golden, it's like every city along the stretch, like Lakewood, Littleton, the King Carroll Valley, like all of those have that potential over there. So that would be a con, I would say, when you're thinking about moving here to Golden.
The state I'm coming from is just straight bedrock all the way through. What does it do to real estate values if you have structural issues for your home?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because not many people love falling over when they walk. So, or like, it's a legitimate concern because it can really affect your resale and impact it, like to the point where it could cut your value in half if it's like an issue that's persisted long enough and it hasn't been addressed. It can really do some damage to your
And even
resale.
if it does get addressed, there's still that bad stigma that it did have issues, and there's never a guarantee when they do the repairs that you're not going to have issues 5-10 years down the road again.
Yeah.
Some companies do warranty their work, which is great, but that's something that could continue to come up as you're selling in the future, and people just tend to get scared.
Yep.
But it is common out here, so if you're working with a good real estate agent, they should be able to educate you on it. And if you do see a home, they'll typically point out to you if they see any structural issues. And if you really want to check it out, you can get a structural engineer to take a look at the home and kind of cross that bridge when you come to it.
And if you are looking at a house that has warranty for structural work, call the warranty company. There's so many times where, something happens and they need to do work on the home, and then the warranty isn't something they can use for it, and they completely misunderstand. It's very dependent on the company and what they're willing to cover.
Yeah. And if you're looking for good realtors in the Denver metro area, I wonder where you could find those. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe you should call us because we would love to help you, especially in Golden. We love shopping for homes in Golden because it's just a fun place to be in general. Any other pros or cons, you guys, that you feel like are worth mentioning here? Did we talk about the School of Mines?
No, we didn't. Yeah,
Okay.
Colorado School of Mines is there.
Big university.
Yep.
Yeah, and what do they specialize in?
Engineering.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like one of your top engineer schools, I feel like. And so, yeah, a lot of people really strive to go there because it just is a great setup for a career in engineering and fun place to go to school too.
Yeah.
So, anything else? Killer ice cream place on Washington Ave. Can't go there without going to the ice cream place. I think that would be my last statement. Anybody have anything else?
Did they pay you to say that?
No, I just love it. So I don't even know
Sponsored
So
by-
it's sponsored.
Yeah, it's sponsored by.
Yeah, but it's so good. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, guys, to talk about Golden today. And we hope you have found this informative. If you are moving to the area, please make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you can learn more about the different areas around the Denver metro area and get informed, right, on the real estate values, look at property tours, and also just know about different neighborhoods and what they offer. That's what we're here for, to help out as far as that goes, especially if you're on an outsider coming into Denver, or maybe you're someone that grew up here, just need a little more space, need a change in your living situation. We'd love to help you. So thanks again for listening. We'll catch you on the next one. So if you have enjoyed what you're listening to and you'd like to hear more, make sure to press that subscribe button so that you can not miss out on any more episodes that are coming up. And also check out all of our contact information is below. You can see us at the dreamsmithteam.com to look up more information about our team and our history and all of the members of our team, and see contact information that you can reach us if you have any real estate needs.
See you next time.